And you are on day 86 of only juices,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, and I think
Juices.
I think your goal is 100. So we're gonna
Yes.
get into it. We're gonna find out why, what's happened, what is going on. So hello, Yvette. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
How are you?
I am amazing.
So
I only
only juices for 86 days?
86 days. Yeah.
How has that
I
been?
can't believe it myself.
Well, you look incredible. So what led
Thank
you
you.
into juice cleanse? Why did you want to do one and what has happened?
Well, Sean is my baby brother, and he's been vegan for a decade or whatever. And so last year he started something called Jump and Juice 10,000 around January. And that's when I did the first 10-day cleanse. I had juiced before, but I joined, the group to do the first 10. And I did it every quarter and increased the days every time. So one time I did 30 days in April of 2024. And at that time, they had put me on insulin. And in the 30 days, I took myself off of insulin. Yeah.
Wow, unbelievable. That's
And
incredible.
I haven't taken any sugar medication since April 2024.
And were you drinking fruit juices then too?
Fruit juices, vegetables, whatever juice I wanted, I drank it.
Wow,
Yeah.
insane. And then
Yeah.
so now you're doing 86 days. So how has this process been? Like what have been the benefits and what has happened?
So I was also diagnosed with CKD. I found out through an abdominal scan that I had gallstones and an inflamed liver. I mean, I had a whole bunch of things going on. So right now, I am off all of the medications I was taking. And I'm 43 pounds down. I go to the gym 3, 4 times a week. So when people think that you can't work out on a fast, not true. So I walk on the days that I don't go to the gym, I walk 10,000 steps or better. And I drink as much juice as I want. I'm finding that I'm not as thirsty for water as I used to be because most of my juices contain very hydrating fruits. So I try to drink water. I'm like, but am I thirsty? I don't know, but I drink water anyway because I think I'm supposed to. But yeah, I'm really and I was a big foodie. Like I went vegan after the first fast last year, and then you slip and you slide, you backslide, and you go back and forth. But I was primarily plant based the entire time. It wasn't so far of a stretch for me to decide to do the 100 days, and me drinking the juice really hasn't been an issue. It's me spinning the plates of trying to heal myself that has actually driven me insane.
Wow. True, yeah. And what have been maybe some of the other benefits and how do you feel? Do you feel amazing on it? Has it been overall a good experience or has it been
it,
hard?
it's been the juicing has been incredibly simple, which was when I started it, I was like, I don't know if I'll make it to 100 days, but I'm going to start today and see how far I get, right? I juice every other day. I juice because I batch juice, and I juice every other day, and I work at night, so I take my juice to work at night. And so, me being up, my cycle is different than everybody else's because people are sleeping when I'm still up, and so it was an interesting change to have to take the juice to work every day, but I do because that's what I had to do. I benefit from, I feel lighter on my feet. My skin has changed. My overall attitude has changed. Um, I'm very proud of myself. So I have a different confidence about things because if I can do 100 days of juice, then I can do anything.
Yeah, no, talk
Um,
about discipline. So if somebody's watching, because for a lot of people, it can be hard to have that discipline, right? So
mhm,
any
mhm.
advice for like how to stay on track with your health
Yeah.
goals?
Yeah. If this is your first juice cleanse, I don't recommend jumping out and doing a 100-day juice cleanse. You can just start with doing most of your day as juice or a couple of juices a day or cutting out a meal a day and do juice for a few hours of the day. Build yourself up to that because this is a difficult choice to make. And you just have to get to I felt like, I'm sorry, I'm going to take my ring off my phone.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
You have to discover your why. Your why has to be bigger than your excuses not to. If your why is not big enough, you probably won't succeed. I had a list of whys, and my biggest why was to stay alive. And so however long I stayed on this juice, or however long I had to get this discipline, I don't even know it was about discipline. It was a little bit of fear for me, right? That I wasn't going to be healthy, that I was going to fall completely apart. So it was it was that. I was working my way up to this point. So it took me a year and some change to get to this place of, I'm just going to do 100 days. This just didn't happen like overnight. I geared myself up. I did research beforehand. I came up with a system of how I wanted to juice. I change my juices every week. I do 2 juices a week. I change the ingredients and change it up so I don't get bored. It's the same way when you eat. If you get tired of eating chicken,
Yeah.
you need to do something else. So I did it that way to keep myself motivated. And I didn't count the days, I counted the weeks, because 100 days, 14 weeks and 2 days. And 14 seemed more feasible than 100. So I tried to
Yeah.
count by weeks. It's getting tough now because it's like 86 days. I'm ready to done. I'm ready to be done now. But
So you have 2 more weeks left, just 2 more weeks.
Mhm.
And then what's your plan? Like, what's your plan after? A lot of people, like, they think if you do a big juice cleanse like this, you're going to spiral the other way. But I don't think you will because you put in this much work. So you got to stay like on the good track with it, I feel
You
like.
have
But
to
what do
say.
you think is going to happen after? What are you going to do?
Well, actually, I'm like really nervous to break it because it's like I don't know what to do to get off. So I've been doing that research to get myself back into eating. So I know that I found out that you should eat what you juiced. So when I go back
Hmm.
and so when I break it, I'm going to break it on watermelon. That's how I'm going to break it. And then I'll eat like, strawberries and blueberries and make smoothies with coconut water, not even plant-based milk, because my body has had nothing but that for all of this time. So I'm going to try to ease my way back into eating vegetables, everything raw for at least a week or so.
Good
Then
idea.
and then try to like saute a mushroom, see how that goes.
I love it. I love it. And what's been the best part? What is the best part of this whole experience?
The best part is that people I try to like do a video every 10 days, a live outside walking in Brooklyn, right? And so people are reaching out to me. So the best part is me helping other people possibly start the journey.
I love that. I interviewed somebody else today. He also did a 90-day juice fast and he's on a watermelon cleanse right now. And he said the same thing. It's true because once you start doing something like that, you really inspire so many
Yeah.
people. So that's probably something you didn't expect even when you started
No.
it, right? Because you started it
No.
for you, right?
Yes, it was for me. It was just for me. And it was just, to see, but dieting and changing your life and religion and getting saved is all the same. People watch you when you say, I'm saved now, or you watch you when you're on a diet or doing something different that they don't do. And they're like, let me see if she's going to succeed. Let me see if she's going to really do it. So now that people see that I'm doing it, they're reaching out to me and saying, how do you, how do you juice? What do you do? How do you feel? What do you go through? Everybody's experience is different. Nobody's is the same. You may not have the same experience that I did. People say, juicing runs me to the bathroom. No, honey, it would be days and maybe a week that I didn't. And I'm like, is that a problem? But clearly it's not. My body had to do what it had to do. I don't know what my juice had to break through to get me to a breakthrough. So, so I had to, my first time doing 100 days, I had no idea what would happen to me in 100 days. So I just had to just wing it and, see what happened. My suggestion to everyone who wants to start this, go to your doctor and get your blood work done. See where you are. Get an echocardiogram, get an abdominal scan, get a colonoscopy, all those things so you can see what's going on with you so you have a baseline as you make the transition. And that's what I did on my first day of my juice fast. I went to see my doctor and I did it on purpose. And so when my test results came back, I said, now I know where I am and now I know where I have to go. So yeah, yeah,
I
that's my,
love that.
yeah, yeah,
And so you're glad you did it? You'd have no
yes.
regrets? Yeah. So it's been
Not,
overall a good thing, right? Has there been anything bad? Like, because, people see it and they're like, oh my gosh, this looks so great. But full disclosure, like anything bad about it that would make you second guess doing it again or no?
no. Only thing that would make me not do another 100-day fast is that I don't want to do another 100-day fast.
Yeah, I think one is good. I think I'm pretty sure one is
I've done
good.
it. I've done it. I have one son. I got pregnant once. I've done it. Pretty good.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't had anything. I don't have anything negative to say about the actual process of juicing. It's just that, like I said, it's like when you open up an old house and you say, I just want to fix this pipe. And then all of a sudden you have to have a whole new bathroom. So
Hmm.
when you open up something and you don't know how bad you were, I don't know how bad I was. I don't know if I was better when I started than when I was before I did it last year. I don't know because I didn't take the steps necessary to find out. But this time I did all the things in the proper order, you know. And some things I had to supplement because I know you can't get everything from juices, but I didn't take anything that had any type of animal products in it. Everything was vegan. So, like for example, I take D3 plus K2, and it has to be vegan. Anything that I take has to be vegan,
Hmm.
third party tested, da da da, because I was not going to break the fast. And my doctor several times tried to get me to break this fast, and I was like,
No way.
no, ma'am, I'm not going to break the fast.
Well, you're almost done now. And
Yeah.
has it been, I always love asking, has it been a spiritual experience? Because I feel like that's my favorite part about doing these types of things. You just feel so connected to God and spiritual. Like, have you had any of that or no?
I feel like I'm opening up to the universe, if that makes sense. Like because you're eating of you're drinking of the earth, right? And so something that we don't normally do. I've always been close to God. He knows that I stray and but I always come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I've always been have that connection, that spiritual connection. This just makes me feel more connected to the earth, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense at all. But yeah, yeah, I smell vegetables from a mile away now. It's like somebody's making spinach. Like
Yeah. Have you been craving things or no? Have the cravings been okay?
in the beginning I craved food, like just in general, just to chew because that's what you're accustomed to. But my biggest craving now is I really want to eat an avocado.
The fats. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to eat an
Makes sense.
avocado and have a chickpea. That's really
Well,
what I
you're
want to.
almost there. You know
I'm
what's really
almost there.
good? Avocado cut up with cayenne pepper, lime, and sea salt. It's so good. You got to try it when you're
Oh
home.
yes, I never did it with cayenne pepper. Okay,
And
thank
sea
you.
salt and some lime squeezed on it.
Yes,
It's really good
I always
snack.
do lime and salt, but I never did. Okay, okay,
Yeah. And okay,
yes.
has your life changed at all? I love asking this too because I see this so often. People, I don't know, as you cleanse on the inside and have such an experience like this, a lot of times people's external world changes in like big ways. Sometimes it doesn't too, but sometimes you see these like random changes and shifts. Anything around you changed or no?
I am a performer,
Mhm.
right? And I'm a singer, so my voice is has always been powerful, but now it's like, is that sound? What's that sound coming out of my face? Is that my voice? So yeah, that was the change of me physically being able to do my job better. Yeah, that's the actual physical change that I actually went through, aside from losing weight and getting better and those kind of things. My voice has really been lifted. And that was like a weird thing to find out. I never,
That's incredible.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. People always want to know how much juice have you been drinking in a day?
It varies. Like some days it's like the way you're hungry when you eat food. Some days you eat a lot, some days you don't eat a lot. So some days I'll do 80 to 120 a
Hmm.
day. A couple of times it was like I way less than that. I'm like, I don't want any juice today. Like
Hmm.
you have those days like, I'm done.
Hmm.
I had 40 ounces. I think I'll live till tomorrow. But when I do that, I try to drink more water so that I'm not. And I'm like, I don't think I want any more juice today. But usually it's the lowest I do is 80. Yeah.
Okay, you're doing fruit juice and green juice, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And any advice if somebody wants to start a juice fast, even if it's not like this long? A lot of people,
Right.
it's good to just even do like 3 days, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to do 3 days. If you can, like, it's like baby steps, right? If you want to try it for one day, most times when you do one day, you'll do the second day. If you juice right and if you have the right masticating juicer, it's
Mhm.
easy to do, um,
Yeah.
to juice. And just do one meal. Try one meal, right? Just try to juice one meal and see how that goes. And if you're in the same day, try another meal. And it's all about what feels comfortable for you.
Hmm.
Never try to do someone else's journey. Never try to follow what somebody else does. because that's not what you need to happen for you. So yeah, yeah,
Absolutely. And what juicer did you use? The Nama, I'm guessing.
yes,
Yeah. It's
yes.
the best. It's the best juicer.
My grown son just came in, so he's like,
Oh, amazing. I love it. And do you remember how long it took you to feel good? A lot of people want to know because a lot of people have a tough time in the beginning. So if they can hear some motivation from you, like, because it takes a little bit usually, right, to feel good. I feel like if you can get through those 3, 4 days, or some cases,
yeah,
depending how the lifestyle is, sometimes it can
yeah,
take like a week or two.
yeah,
But
yeah.
how long was it for you?
Usually when I juice, I have the case of the sleepies, and I can't stay up more than 2 hours at a time before I
Mm-hmm.
pass out. So
Mm-hmm.
this time I had some sleepies. I got dizzy some days, lightheaded, because I was still taking medication. So it was bumping heads a little bit until I got to be able to wean myself off of the medication. But yeah, it was a tough time in the beginning, like the first couple of weeks, just a little nauseous, dizzy, but I kept powering through. I was like, drink more juice, just drink more juice, just drink more water, go to sleep, take a nap, trying to get myself through. Because I knew once I got over the hump, I would be okay. But you got to get over that hump. That makes it a little bit interesting. But yeah, people feel all kinds of symptoms. But yeah, you can feel a lot of things, and you might feel terrible. Depends on how bad you were. It's how bad you feel when the detox happens.
That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the
Mm-hmm.
exact truth right there. But if you can make it through those detox days, like you are
Yes.
going to be flying high at some point. So you just
Yes.
have to do whatever it takes to get
Yeah.
through those days, and then you'll be doing good. And I couldn't help but notice when you move the camera, that's the healthiest looking money tree I think I've ever seen. You know,
Oh
beside you, I
yeah, this
love
is
it.
my
You
mom's money
must be
tree.
rolling in the dough. I love it. I love it. Oh, your mom gave it to you as a gift?
No, she said we all live in the family house together. Me, my son, and my mom. We live together.
Okay, it was a
Yeah.
gift because I know with money trees, if they're a gift, that's when they bring all the money. Apparently, if you
Oh,
buy
she.
it for yourself, it's not as
Oh,
good. So if
see,
it was a
mom.
gift, that's great.
No, she bought it herself, and it was this. It was this tiny when she got it.
Well, still, it's obviously working. It looks
Yes,
amazing.
it's working.
And what do you think? Any common questions you've had? Because I know you said you've inspired a lot of people. What do you feel like people have asked you is the most common question you get about your juice fast?
They asked me how. How do you not eat? How? I don't have an answer for you. It's just that's really personal for you how you can stop eating. Or they asked me, what kind of juices I make. They thought that I bought them. And I said, no, I make them myself. It's a funny story because my bartender at work, he always asks me for a shot of my juice when I take it out because I make different ones. He says, you should sell these. I said, honey, this is not an invention. People do this every day. So, but people always ask me what's in my juice. How can you not eat? And I tell them all the time. I say there are days in your life where you're very busy, and you may go all day without eating. But it's a mindset. When you tell yourself that you can't eat or you won't eat, that's when you get like, I have to eat something. But you'll realize that there's some days that you don't eat until 8 o'clock at night, and you survived. You didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, when you drink a juice, you don't need to eat, you don't need to chew to nourish your body. And I found that out. You can get, as a matter of fact, that's the best way to fuel your body is to give it the things it needs straight to the cells. It doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
to go through the digestive system. It doesn't have to do any breaking down. It just goes right to where it needs to go. So that's pretty much what they asked me how and what do I drink and am I sick? Do I feel nauseous? I mean, how do all of those things? And I'm like, I always tell them, I said, how do I look?
It's
Right?
funny because people are not worried when someone's eating Chick-fil-A, right? But then it's like, oh, you want to
Soon as you eat a banana, is
Oh
that
my
too much
God.
for you to eat? I'm like, oh,
And it's
where's your
like,
my favorite question is, how do you get your protein?
oh. And you know what? Exactly. It's like you don't know until you do it. When you do it and you actually experience this, like I did 37 days once. My goal is
Mhm.
to, I think this fall I might do a longer one, but I did 37 days. It was the best I ever felt. Like you don't know unless you really do it. So I think it's hard for some people to even grasp or
Yes.
understand because the
Yes.
world is so far from this. Like it's more
Yes.
normal to be eating Chick-fil-A and then grabbing Taco Bell and going 7-Eleven and like it's just out
Hmm.
of control. So good for you taking charge, taking on this challenge and being successful with your goal. And back to what you said about making the juices. I think that's a key thing for anybody who's going to take on this experience. I noticed a huge difference whenever I made a green juice before this and I drank it down quick because it's just so much more fresh. It has the life, it has the enzymes versus if you buy it at the store. Obviously,
Yes.
it's better to buy that at the store than buy like a soda,
Right.
but it's not, you can't compare. And
Not the
you
same.
can't compare. If you're on a juice cleanse or eating clean and you drink the one from the store and then the next day you try the fresh, you have all the life. You feel your cells come
Yes.
alive when you
Yes.
make it fresh, right? So it's worth
Mhm.
taking the time because it's just going to boost you and bolt you up way higher
Yeah.
than the ones you're buying at the store.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's in a pinch, like if you're in a juice emergency and you're like, oh my God, I need a juice. I don't have any more, whatever, to pick one up from the store and like, get that instead of doing something crazy, that's okay. And then like they, break glass in case of emergency. But yeah, yeah. But other than that, you should do it yourself.
Yeah,
And
do it
it's,
yourself.
you get a rhythm. Don't try to overwhelm yourself with 18 ingredients.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
start with pineapple and apple, cucumber,
Yeah.
spinach, apple. Don't go and like do these guava and don't go crazy. Just keep it simple so that you can like control what you're doing. And then you get, more fancy and more, flamboyant with your juices as you go along.
Yeah, exactly. And if you guys want to save on the Nama that we have, I'll put a code down below. You guys can save 10%. And my favorite is just cucumber and pineapple. It's so good.
That
It's
is good.
so
That
refreshing.
is.
But you're right. Just make things simple. And I feel like the body feels better when we're just simple with things anyway than if
Yeah.
we're shoving in like 18 different fruits and vegetables. The digestion's like, what? Probably so. And dental health, has dental health been okay? People wonder about that on a long juice fast.
Now, see, for me, I already have dental problems.
Okay, yeah.
So I can't speak on that. If you have healthy teeth, nothing will happen to your teeth
Yeah.
if
I
you
hear
go on
most
juice
people.
fast. Yeah.
I don't too often see people say they had problems. Some people say they get some sensitivity, but I mean,
Yeah.
I've interviewed people that have done even longer and they say they're good. Okay,
Yeah.
well, anything else we haven't talked about that you want to share about the cleanse?
No, I'm
Yeah.
just I'm happy that I did it. I'm glad that I'm healing myself because if doctors were as vigilant to get you off medication as they are to get you on, we all would be a lot better. So,
I wish I could have got my mom on a juice cleanse because I've talked a lot about how both my parents passed away this year, 15 days apart from each other.
wow.
And my mom, like she had her habits, my beautiful mom
Mm-hmm.
right here, she had her habits.
Oh.
Um, but she loved her green juices. So she had an
Mm.
ama and she always said, after she got diagnosed with cancer, she got more into having some juices. And she always said on the days she had her green juices were the days she felt her best. So I was like, you know what? Like, let's just try a juice cleanse because it was hard for her to stick to only grapes or stick to the only raw
Right.
or this or
Right.
that. But I had thought like, let's try this, but I couldn't. It's hard. It's hard for people, right? But good
Yeah.
for you. 86
You.
days, like
Yeah.
totally amazing. So
You.
way to go, Yvette. And I love you. I just vibe with people from New York and you're in Brooklyn. So that's why you're
Thank
so awesome.
you.
And I'm glad your voice has gotten better and you just seem
Yes.
so amazing. So
Yes.
congrats on this awesome experience.
Thank
And thanks for
you.
coming on to share with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I just wish you nothing but the best after this. So I'm glad it's changed your life now, and I feel like it's just going to continue to change your life, this experience. So good job.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. All right.
And okay, so do you want to share where people can find you if anybody wants to follow you on social media or no?
Yes. On Instagram, I am Diva of the Demic.
I love it. Awesome. Okay, I'll put that down below. I'll go follow you after too. And I will put on the screen. I actually, Sean and Michelle, they came on for a podcast when they did a juice cleanse, and they are so high vibe too and awesome.
Oh,
So
they are.
I'll pop that on the screen right now for you guys. That is such a good video. If you just want to smile, feel good, feel inspired, feel better, then go watch that and be sure to subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.